tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, evening for some. I'm just going through my stuff here. Nobody ever comments on my stuff, or it's not true. I get some likes. I don't have very many friends. How many friends do I have on here? I think like 400, something like that. Let's find out. Let's find out how many friends do you have here. What does it show? 405. There's that. Sup, Amber. Good to see you. I didn't even try it and do anything with my hair this time. I just, okay. Life's satisfactions. Feeling satisfied with life. What is this all about? Or what is Dion even talking about? Well, as a person, as an alcoholic who I've always tried to discover, life's little mysteries. I've always felt like there's more. There's always more. And I become insatiable, and I want more because I like the feelings that it gives me. Okay. And I can do these things because they are the proper use of the will. You see, when I run around and decide who I want to hang out with, what I want to do, and what I get to spend all my precious time on, that's when things kind of go to shit. Things will go to hell, man, in a handbasket quickly. I always kind of felt like I had the right to do whatever the hell I wanted. When I did that, I was very dangerous. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm a drunk, man. I'm a drunk. I'm an alcoholic, and I'll always be an alcoholic, and it's all right. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Now, I don't know if that'll be true for other things. Maybe a drug addict doesn't become a drug addict, but I do know that once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. It's just the way that it is. Now I understand. Well, but I don't want people. But I'm not a drug addict. Well, yeah, you are. But I'm not an alcoholic. Yeah, you are. So what? So what? Well, but it comes with things. Yeah, it does. It comes with a burden. And that's what we're talking about here. See, I see a lot of people run around dissatisfied with life, even though they go online and say, look how life great is for me. So, I don't buy that. If that's all you post, if you're like, my life is great 100% of the time, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And I know that positivity is only going to take you so far. Okay? We cannot avoid what it is or what we have been given to do. Okay? You often hear me say, I do not feel satisfied. What am I saying? What am I saying? I'm saying I don't feel like I've given back enough today. That's what I'm saying. Okay? We have a burden. We have a burden to carry. And unless you can accept that burden, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. What is the burden? Okay. You see, without a burden in your life, you're not going to get any of the satisfactions of life. Now, burden does not need to be codependency. What does it mean? It means we're gonna take on something that's tough, that means something in this life. Yeah. If you describe a problem or responsibility as a burden, you mean that it causes someone a lot of difficulty, worry, or hard work. Doesn't that sound like AA? Yeah, that is AA. So, what is our burden in AA? The burden in AA is to, number one, stay sober. And then next, to carry this message to other alcoholics and to be willing to do it at any given time, to be willing to bring up any former mistakes or anything from my past. That is the burden I carry. My past is the burden I carry. But what that burden does is it brings hope to other people. Okay. So good. This is the way that I heard it. If you're feeling unsatisfied, it means you don't have a big enough dragon in your life. You're not being challenged. And if you're not being challenged, then you're not going to change. And if you don't change, what happens is resting on our laurels. What does it mean to be a burden on someone? Someone or something that is very difficult to accept or to deal with. Like somebody's drinking, somebody's drugging, somebody's abuse to other people. Okay. She had to bear the shoulder burden of caring for her aging parents. Hey, Nabako, good to have you back. What does it mean to take up a burden? It is an idiom, which means an idea that means to accept a difficult task, responsibility, or problem. And here we are. And here we are. What are examples of burdens? Death, loss, illness, worry, politics, financial hardships, grief, guilt, marital tensions, traumatic events. Traumatic events. Now, let's talk about a different kind of burden. And that is the emotional sobriety portion, okay? Now, do I carry my own burdens anymore? Of course I do. I need them. But I've turned these things into gold. First and foremost, and I'm okay with it, I'm an alcoholic. It's the burden I carry, and we each have one. It's whether we're willing to accept it, it's whether we're willing to do something about it. Okay? And we're going to have two choices here. As alcoholics, we have two choices. We can either go on to the bitter end or we can accept help. Once we accept help, that burden becomes full flight for you. You become nothing short of a wholesale miracle. They're again one of those words where we feel like it's bad, but it's not. Kind of like humility. Man, people just don't like that word. Especially, we're going to be humble. Fuck you. I have bow before no one. It's not. All you got to do is ask for help. All right. See, there's a lot of times we don't realize that we're already doing something just by talking about it, by bringing it up. There was somebody in a meeting and They said that they were having a hard time feeling their connection with their higher power. So we kind of showed them where it was happening and they were able to see it a little bit better. It's a burden. That's the burden that we carry. We can also call it a responsibility. This does follow the responsibility statement. When anyone, anywhere reaches out for help, I want the hand of AA to be there. And for that, I am responsible. Not just because our way of life can help a lot of different people. Okay. AA is everywhere. It's everywhere. Stray prayer, all of our sayings are everywhere. Go into any office. You'll find AA there. Okay. But what about anonymity? Okay. What a poor excuse to not do what we're supposed to do. I can recover out loud. I can recover as out loud as I fucking want to. And so can you. Yeah. That's actually, you're right. It's called the Second Amendment. Okay. And you're allowed to speak. Okay. Now, we're gonna throw some humility in there, right? Now, I'm an alcoholic, I'm an AA member, but I am one member of millions. So I must think of these millions of people when I talk about things. Right? Yeah. So what does that lead us back to? Well, it leads me back to experience, strength, and hope, which is fact. And the fact is this. I can see it. I can see it. I am the person that will say that one person, that guy over there that everybody likes? Yeah, he's doing something stupid. What is he doing? What is he doing? I'm going to question it. I am going to question it. I'm not going to question them. That's not right. I'm going to question that. What's the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to question myself. Dion, is he getting something you want and you don't have? That's the first question I'm going to ask. I still have that feeling that they're up to something, but they may be up to something that I'm doing also. And I want to make sure I'm not doing that. I want to make sure I'm not doing that. Okay. I might do a little bit of research, but I know this, my intuition when it comes to people is right a lot of the times. This week I lost another, she just disappeared. We have no idea where she went. I mean, beautiful, beautiful young lady. I mean, this is a drop dead gorgeous girl. You know the kind I'm talking about. Yep, gone. Hanging out with a group of people I told her not to hang out with. And now she's just gone. FBI is looking for her now. The last thing I said to her was, don't do this. I begged her to stay in the sober living. I begged her. And now there may be a little girl without her mommy. That's fact of life for me. This is what I deal with all the time. This is not new news for me. And if you think it doesn't fucking hurts, yeah, it fucking hurts. I feel horrible about it. Maybe I should have gone down there and you know how it is. I'm going to beat up on myself about it a little bit. Okay? It's just the natural order of things. It's me working through that. It's me working through that. Right? Upside down kitty with tummy rubs. With tummy rubs. I've always done this with my kitties, so they're used to it. They trust me. All right. I'm going to go wrap up my day. Actually, I'm going to clean and do stuff. I don't know. I kind of need to rewind and it's been a weird week, man. last Saturday and I don't know that I'm mad, but I'm really somebody accused me of dividing the group, and it was pretty unfair, man. It was pretty unfair. Um, I'm at that group every day. So here's the thing is usually when somebody is accusing me of doing something and I know I'm not doing it, I automatically know that you're doing it because we're alcoholics and that's what alcoholics do. I know how human beings react. Right? I know bullies when I see them and I promptly remove them. I don't like bullies. Okay? My granddaughter found that out last night. Yeah. She bullied me last night. I didn't talk to her the rest of the night. Right? Then she wanted to stay over another night. I said, I don't know. You were mean. I said, you were mean to me last night. I don't know that I want you here. They did. Don't be mean to me. That and I don't want my granddaughter to understand that it's okay to bully people. It's just not. So we're going to have a talk tonight. I think a lot of it has to do with excitement and things like that. So, yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody, for, I don't know, I was just kind of babbling the last 5 minutes there. So, oh, Kiki, you look so happy and so comfortable. You're going to have to move in a minute. I love you. Thank you for being here. I love you. Peace out.